Hey guys, what's going on? My name's Max and I'm the fat loss expert. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about whether it's possible for you to build muscle and burn fat at the same time. The idea of burning fat and building muscle at the same time is the absolute ideal for anybody trying to change their body composition. There are many differing opinions about whether this can or can't be done, but what I want you to understand right off the bat is that all these opinions are based on individual experience. And based on my experience, this answer is a little bit more complicated than a simple yes or no. When I first started working out, I lost a bunch of body fat just from consistently hitting the gym 5 to 6 days a week for the first year and a half. I also simultaneously built some muscle mass. So does that mean that I discovered some groundbreaking method to build muscle and burn fat at the same time? Could it be that after my first year and a half of working out, I found the secret that everyone looking to get lean muscle mass is striving for? No way, and I'm going to explain why. When I started working out, when you or when anybody starts working out, there's a little something known as beginner gains. When you first start lifting weights, especially if you've never done it before, your body is very quick to put on muscle mass. Even if you're doing everything wrong, even if your nutrition is off, even if your form is horrible during your lifts, you can still experience those beginner gains. Unfortunately, after you get past those beginning stages and adapt to lifting heavy weights, it's going to become a lot harder to gain muscle. What this means is that you're going to hit a plateau, and the only way to break through this plateau is by focusing in on the specifics of your nutrition and exercise program. So to break past my plateau, my first step for continuing to bulk was to eat more of anything. The downside to doing a dirty bulking phase like this was that not only did I gain some muscle, I also gained some excess body fat. Because of this, I was motivated to do my very first cutting phase. By doing a carb cycling diet and still working out 6 days a week, I burnt a bunch of body fat. Immediately after my cutting phase, I right away transitioned into a bulking phase. This bulking phase was very effective because I went from being depleted to having a very large influx of calories. My body became like a sponge and it absorbed all those calories that I gave it, making me bigger, stronger, and unfortunately a little fatter. And keep in mind that this was a clean bulk, so I wasn't bulking dirty. That's not why I got fatter. So after that, I decided to do another cutting phase, and then I would just go back and forth between the two because I realized that the ideal time to do a cutting phase is immediately after a bulking phase, and the ideal time to do a bulking phase is immediately after a cutting phase. By going back and forth, I continued to build muscle and burn fat, but I never found a way to do a bulk clean enough to not gain at least a little bit of body fat with that muscle. And I want you to understand exactly why that never happened. If at any point I was losing fat, that would mean that I wasn't eating enough calories to maintain my mass, let alone to gain mass. When you're trying to build muscle, your body demands that you give it a calorie surplus. To put on even an inch onto your biceps or onto your chest, you have to make sure that you're taking in more calories than you're expending out. On the other hand, when trying to lose body fat, you're trying to get your body to choose fat for energy because you're restricting the amount of calories that it can use for energy from your diet. So if building muscle requires you to maintain a calorie surplus and burning fat requires you to maintain a calorie deficit, how in the world are you going to do both at the same time? It's mathematically impossible. Yes, in the grand scheme of things, I did burn fat and build muscle at the same time if you're looking at the time frame of, let's say, 10 years. But the biggest problem that I see with people that are just starting their fitness program is a lack of patience. The saying patience is a virtue is 100% applicable to building muscle and burning fat. A lot of the newbies that start off, they want their results right now. And because they have such a lack of patience, they end up doing bad things to their body, like abusing supplements or even steroids. But to truly achieve these goals without any side effects, you have to have patience. From a general perspective, these two goals serve each other. Building muscle will help you burn more fat. But from a specific perspective, during the micro phases, these goals couldn't be further opposite. Ask any natural bodybuilder and you'll see that their number one complaints about losing body fat is also losing muscle mass. And the same thing goes in reverse. That's their number one problem. Obviously, if this method existed, all bodybuilders would be doing it. That's it, guys. I hope this video has helped you guys out. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe to my channel where you could view more videos and tips just like this one. Also, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And if you'd like to work with me or one of my trainers online or get freshly prepped meals delivered directly to your house, you can visit my website. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.